I lost Mama T. Oh, Mama T. But I don't know if you guys can hear me, but she led everybody to believe the CPS case was dropped. And not only was it not dropped, they were coming there that day, and she was afraid. And I know since the video incident, even though I don't talk to her, I know CPS is going to do something. It's ridiculous. I mean, and I've seen Cora. I saw Cora on FaceTime, the baby, the one, that gets the sores and rocks and all that stuff. That baby, she didn't even like put a washcloth on her face or brush her hair or pay attention to her. Or, the child was in like an adult t-shirt and it was dirty. And I don't understand. I had 7 kids. I kept them spotless. I kept my kids clean and immaculate. If I could do that with 7, why can't you do that with 1? And why would you dare humiliate your child who is obviously having anger issues with the adults he's got to deal with? And instead of deal with your son, you've got him on YouTube in a scuffle with his stepfather. I don't get it. Can somebody explain to me like how that happens? Because I don't know. I guess I'm I'm very sensitive. But like I said, I have 7 children and I was a very tough mom. I mean, there were 7 of them against me. So if I showed any kind of weakness, forget it, they would have really gotten me. So, I mean, I was a tough mom. I had certain expectations. But stop having children if your phone is your the word I'm looking for. But, your priorities. You got to get your priorities straight. And Lips's priorities are Lips. And I don't know why she thinks she could go around this community and simply try to take each one of us down one by one. Like, who are you, Lips? You're a nobody. You're a nothing. You're a piece of shit. You're not a And the only ones that, unfortunately are affected is those 3 kids. Because don't forget, she's got the son, and then she's got like a 6-year-old, which you never hear or see or anything. And then you got the baby Cora. So who is she taking care of? I didn't see the other child at all because I was friends with Lips very briefly, personally. Very briefly, because the things she said and did, I was not about to co-sign. No, no, no. I mean, she went after me at Steffers. She tried to come after me at Mama T's. Everywhere I've been, she's tried to come after me, but she doesn't understand. I'm a Nicolina. I'll go.
Okay, guys. Hello, can you hear me? This phone
Yeah,
keeps
you're
dying.
back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start a live stream from my tablet. You guys just meet me over there. You got it up. Okay? If you would.
What? We just got to go out and then go back into that one.
Yep, just go out and come back into this one. I'm going live on it right now.
All right.
All right. Screaming at people. Good night, legs. Listen, I'm not apologizing. I'm explaining there's a big difference. And I immediately after I lied about that receipt, I felt bad. Like I felt horrible and awful about it. But then when Nick called my stepmother, after I told her the woman hates me, and she really does hate me, you guys. No lie. She got rid of me when I was 14 from my ass at a foster home. Okay. Because I ran away from home. So she threw me in a foster home.
I was in a foster home as well.
Well, she threw me in a foster home because they said I was an incorrigible child. Hold on, let me open my coffee.
Oh, I was already unruly. No, wait a minute. I was an unruly child. Me and my mom always bumped heads. Always. Maybe
My stepmom hated me because I look a lot like my mother. And my stepmom can say all day long, and everybody can say, "Oh, she loves you." She cried. No, it's fake. It's fake. Like legitimately, I am not allowed on their property anymore. I got kicked off in '86 off the property after Nick called them. After Nick called my stepmom, it caused a big fight between her and my dad. She almost kicked my dad out. I said, "No, don't do that.
I'm sorry that happened, but I did hear concern.
No, she's a fake. She's a fake bird. She's a fake. I'm telling you, she's a fake. The woman called CPS on me and had my child taken. My oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She denies it, but it's true. I've seen the papers.
I'm sorry. But
okay, that woman does not. Well, okay, maybe in her own weirdo way she does, but she really does not love me. Never has. Like I just got out of the hospital in 2018 after dying twice on the table, and I was in so much pain because I had 3 surgeries.
Yeah.
Excuse me, 4 surgeries. They had to go in and put the chest tube in twice because I ripped it out the first time.
Thank you, Ruby. Clues.
Well, I love her too, and that's why I'm talking to her right now. When I got home from the hospital, she got mad at me because I couldn't get up and clean anything, people. That woman, they used to call me the redheaded stepchild. She does not love me the way she portrays it. So I got 86 off the fucking property.
Well, if it's any consolation.
Somebody time out China Doll. She had her chance, and I'm not in the mood for her bullshit right now. This is real shit we're talking about. Not some stupid ass shit. Nope, you had your minute. Sorry, China Doll, I'm done with you.
If it's any consolation, she's your stepmother, and me and my mother we were like 2 bulls in a china shop. And I am just now getting to where I feel like my mother is accepting me and not treating me like I'm 14 years old. I've always felt like a disappointment to her,
Right.
And when my brother is 7 years younger than me, and when he was born, I kind of became invisible.
Oh,
So, yeah, I get where you're coming from. And my mom is.
did you know my stepmom used to hit me with a wiffle ball bat?
My mom hit me with anything she could get her hands on. I lost a lot of hair to my mother.
And
Being drug up the steps by my hair. She would always go for my hair.
right.
I've been beat with curtain rods, hangers. I thought, damn, here I am, no more wire hangers, and
Oh no, Bert, I'm sorry. Let me tell you about one particular time that we went. Okay, so we went to my stepmom's parents' house, and the grandparents were amazing. They loved us. They loved us. We were at the house, and all the kids went and got ice creams out of the freezer. Well, I went to go get one, and she smacked my fucking hand, told me no. And her mom laid into her like nobody's business. She was like, if I ever see you strike that child like that again over something that the rest of the children had already gotten, I'm gonna beat your ass, just like that.
So I used to get hollered at every time I go to my grandma's. I was with my grandma, her mom, a lot. And I mean, every single day after school, because my parents worked. Then every Saturday, I would spend the night and go to church with her on Sunday, vacation Bible school. So if I go over to grandma's, I go open that refrigerator door, and I'd get in trouble every time. Because you just didn't do that. You just didn't go in somebody's house and open the refrigerator. That was just rude and ill-mannered. And so I get in trouble for that. But my mom filed charges on me for being an unruly child at 13. And then I played 2 minutes against the middle with her and my dad one night. I asked her if I could go downtown after I got my chores done, because they were starting to let me go downtown to the game room on weekends. And my mom said no. So
they didn't even tell. Go ahead, Bert. I'm sorry.
I finished up my chores, and then I went and asked my dad. And my dad said, "Sure, bud, go ahead, go on down." Oh Lord! When I got back home, my room was destroyed. I had an REO Speedwagon high-end Fidelity mirror. First thing I'd ever wanted to wear. It was in pieces. All my Rolling Stones memorabilia, everything on my wall, shredded, just tore up. And then she came upstairs and said, "Don't you ever defy me again." And she went to slap me, and I reacted, and I punched her. And
so when go ahead. No, you go ahead.
She filed charges on me to be delinquent, and eventually it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And one day, because I was on probation, one night they were on me, and I called a probation officer. I said, "You come and get me, or I'm running away, and y'all will never find me." And CPS came to my house and picked me up and took me to the foster home.
Well, I have a similar story. I was on an ankle monitor from running away. I was 14. This is when I got thrown into the foster home. My stepmom kicked me out because after I got out of juvenile hall, they had, in juvie, you can get, there's steps that you can have, like, you have to reach a certain step to be able to have goodies from home or whatever that they bring you. Just me, I don't know you, and I'm having a serious conversation right now. I will drop you a link, though. I mean, all right, hold on. And my little stepbrother wanted some of the cookies that I was eating. Well, they were mine because, my family had brought them to me. And so my stepmom, she kicked me out of the house, and then she called the cops and told them I ran away. Let me tell you how much of a bitch she was, okay? I walked up to the stop sign where I knew I was just out of reach, and my ankle monitor would beep, right? So I sat there and waited for the cops. But when they took me back to the house, she said, "Oh, get her out of here. I already kicked her out." She said, "Wait a minute, ma'am. Didn't you just call and say that she ran away again?" And she was like, "Well, yeah." He said, "Did you know that's a false police report, and I can have you arrested for that?" This cop was really cool, you guys. He even let me smoke 2 cigarettes before they took me to the receiving home. When he walked away from her, she was just standing there looking at him after she told him lie after lie about me. He asked me what really happened, and I told him. I said, "She kicked me out. She told me to leave and never to come back. Thank you, beloved. Thank you, brainworms." So the cop turned around and looked at her and he said, "Ma'am, I don't mean this with any disrespect, but you are a fucking bitch and you should never have any more children." I had marks on my arms from her grabbing me and shaking me. She pulled my hair. It was pretty bad. And then the kicker, listen, this is what really kind of severed, because before that I would try to have, a relationship with her because I do love her. Mm-hmm. When I came to her and my father about my rape, they told me it was my fault and I deserved it.
And I know that's hard, Mama T, because you feel like it wasn't validated. Your pain wasn't validated, and I know that's hard because I had a similar situation.
So for her to even speak to you guys about that is bullshit. Hold on. Yes, my rape was real. I still have nightmares about it. Sometimes.
I'm sorry.
No, I did not sleep with my sister's boyfriend. I never have. Never will. Thank you, beloved ghost. Thank you, brainworms.
I'm sorry.
They legitimately told me it was my fault and I deserved it. I deserved to be gang raped. I deserved to be hurt.
Well, I didn't tell my parents about mine.
Because I was a worthless piece of shit. It would never amount to anything.
I've been told that myself too.
So I picked myself up, moved away. After my daughter was taken and after I fought for 3 years, I moved away. When I had my son. And I didn't look back. For a long time.
Well, and you need to not look back still. You know what I mean?
And then I went and got my CNA license and was like, "In your fucking face, bitch."
Right.
I did it. That woman hates me. She can say all day long that she loves me and that she wants what's best for me. But do you know that my sisters and brothers have gotten houses and cars and everything from them. This car is the only thing that I've ever gotten from my father.
Sounds similar to my situation. I mean, I can't even.
China doll, look at here. I already told you once.
Go to bed.
I'm in a conversation with my friend, and I am not dealing with your shit. Brainworms, please time her out or block her. Get her out of my chat. I ain't in the mood to deal with some drunk ass fool right now. Not anymore. So you guys, that is just a portion. Thank you, Brainworms. That is just a portion, a little piece of it. It's not even all of it. When I had my son, my son's Native American. Okay, when I had my son, she legitimately told my whole family that my son was black. My very biker, at that time they were very racist family. My father disowned me. Told me I was no longer his daughter. Hold on.
And he probably regrets that. But like with my mom, I'll tell her things that she told me, and she'll say, "I don't remember that," and I'll say, "Oh, convenient amnesia, huh?"
Well, you know what, China doll? You're gone for good. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Ban both your fucking accounts, you dumb hoe.
Yeah, it's not the time. And I know, Mama T, you're above and beyond that now. That's past, and it needs to just stay in the past.
Well, I try to leave it there, but then when people do shit like this, do you know before my daughter was taken, I walked to her apartment. My dad was in jail. I walked to her apartment. Hold on, I'll finish telling you about my son, the incident with my son. I walked to her apartment and I asked her for help because I had nowhere to go. I was only 18 and just got out of the fucking foster home. And she legitimately told me she would take my baby, but I could fuck off. But yeah, that's a woman who loves me, right? No.
Well, I ended up moving to Georgia.
Hold on, let me finish telling you about my son, and then I'll give you your turn to talk. So after my son was born, she comes into the hospital room. She brings gifts or whatever, and then I think she brought me a blanket and brought my son some baby stuff and a diaper bag and some other stuff. And she came in there and hold on, sorry.
Man, blow that snot locker.
Every time I cry, every time.
I know, I'm the same way.
And when
Look here,
he told my father that my son was black, and my whole family shunned me for a long time. I was disowned from the whole family. My dad called me on the phone and he told me, "You're not my daughter anymore. I don't love you." He said, "You're no longer a Starks. You're fucking dead to me." I can't go on. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, and I'm sure it was.
But she loves me, right? She loves me.
His emotions. Now look, when I was 12
years old, it's all good now between my dad and I, but I will never forgive her, ever.
When I was 12 years old, my mother came to me and told me the woman that I had been spending all this time with, she was really not my grandma. My aunt was.
Oh,
and I don't know why she decided to tell me this at 12 years old. I think I know now why, because I think she was jealous of the relationship I had with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So she told me that hoping that it would turn me, maybe against her. Didn't change a damn thing. Because once that feeling's there and you build that bond, that's something that's almost impossible to break.
Very true.
And my grandma was my shining light. She was. She taught me things. She made me feel important. She made me feel special, and something that my mom quit doing after my brother was born. And
oh God, Brainworms, I'm sorry.
Oh hell, my parents used to say, "Why don't you go play in traffic?" And my dad, one of his favorite sayings was, "Why don't you go fly a kite?" I'm like, "Did y'all get me one?"
China's already been up here a million times tonight. I'm not in the mood for her fucking bullshit, nor yours, Nicole White.
Who the hell are you, Nicole White?
Yeah, right here.
Who is she? Who's that?
It's probably China.
Nicole White. Okay.
Here, why don't I block you too? China's been up on my panel already.
You really got a lot of balls there, Nicole White. You hear this woman is talking about her past trauma. She's upset, and you got to come in here and call her a pussy. Well, you know what? She's probably been through 100. I don't even know how to say it. The strength that Mama T has she's probably got more in her little finger than you have in your whole entire body. So, yeah, it's best you bounce. Oh, and thank you, Brainworms. I bounced her. Mean Girl 777. Let her up, Mama T.
Why would I let her up, Nicolina? It's not the time. She already had her chance.
She's been pretty bad tonight, Nick. Alina, sorry.
She's already been on my panel 6 times tonight. Why would I let her back up here? And besides, Bert and I are having a conversation. I don't even think that's Nicolina. It's probably a troll account. Somebody want to check it?
She's got stuff to say, in all honesty.
Stuff to say. No, she's been up way more than 2 times, Nick. She's been up way longer than that.
That may be Nick. That may be Nick, because it's like see what time it is, and it may be.
Was she gonna tell me that I live in a motel and that I'm on fucking meth? That's nothing new. She's been saying that.
Oh, hold on. Ruby, did you check it?
Yeah, that's a fake Nick. See?
Whoa. Oh,
You're black
girl.
too.
China,
Nice try. Nice try,
was,
China.
if that, wait a minute. Okay, I won't want to comment anymore.
No, that's not Nick.
Oh,
She
no,
wouldn't
it's
talk like that.
Wait a minute. Oh, no. I don't want to block Nicolina because Nicolina tell her about herself. But,
That's not Nicolina came to me.
well, Gamer Girl
Nicolina has
says
more
it
than-
is. Wait, do we have a mod?
Ruby's saying it's fake. It's not Nick.
Kimberly Love.
Who the fuck are all these people?
I don't know. I've never.
Anyway, let's continue because that's not Nicolina. That channel only has 2 subscribers on it. And Nick's Mean Girl 777 is
Oh,
the
yeah.
backup channel. So it's not Nicolina. Nice fucking try. But I know how Nick talks and she doesn't talk like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Now I'm seeing it.
2 subscribers and no video. See, that's not Nick. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Brainworms. Thank you, Crime Time Grind. Yeah, she's not active in the mean. Yeah, see, Sweet Katie, I know.
I know. I think where did
How many trailer accounts do you have, China?
Well, I don't think Nicolina's gonna like it that she cloned her account.
That's okay. I got a screenshot of it too.
Good. Good.
No, I'm not scared. Get the fuck out of here. She's already been on my channel 6 times. Get out of here. Oh, that is joined December 2nd, 2022. Yeah, that's China. Hi, China. That's China too. You see how she's spelled scarred?
Girl, don't be like Constance Sue. I mean, come on, man. Never give up a good opportunity to just shut the hell up. Okay, China? Go to bed. You have
Let's see,
children.
now we're letting. I'm bouncing them all. All right, Brainworms, you do that.
Okay, there's Brainworms.
Yeah, Brainworms, drop the links in the Mean Girls chat.
I didn't see anyone else from the Mean Girls chat other than Brainworms, and now I see Sweet Katie. Yes, thank you, Sweet Katie. Do that.
My stepmom sat up there and told a bunch of lies about me, saying I stole from my father, which I never have. Ever. Never. My stepmom wants everybody to believe I'm a piece of shit when I'm really not. But she loves me, right? She told my whole family my son was black. You want to know why she said that? I asked her, why would you say that when you don't know? She said, oh, because his family jewels were black when he was born.
But, right then and there, I'd have been like, well, fine. If you feel, I hate it that you feel that way, but you know what? Your loss. Because that's your child, you know.
No, Bubble Vicious, Butch is not my sister's ex-husband.
And
we both work, so you can get out of here with that bullshit.
I swear, man. You wanna ask questions? Go over to.
I didn't say my dad was racist, you idiot. You fucking people don't pay attention. I don't think so, Crime, but I'm gonna let her know.
Yeah. And
yeah,
when she
is dying. So, but I managed to be live for 2 hours, 10 minutes on it. We'll have to come over. Come on over to the other stream, guys. All right. They'll be here. Give them a minute. I'm Dragon Mama, Holly Dolly. As we were. This is about lips, you guys. Since she wants to come in my chat and mark some shit under a different name, we're going to talk about her. She wants to come in my chat and mark some... Oh, turn your YouTube off, Robin.
Hey, you're echoing. I hear a huge echo.
What? That's because you had your YouTube running still on.
Oh no, it was before I came up. You had a I can't talk today. I'm all tongue-tied today.
Yeah. So you want to tell me what to do?
quit screaming at them, they'll
on a personal level. And the CPS case, like she led people to believe. Remember when she had the CPS case with her son because she was hitting them and stuff like that. But she let everybody on YouTube think CPS came and that was it. No, because I'd be on the phone with her and she knew CPS when they were coming back. And they came back several times. And how, like, even Cora, the baby, when I was on FaceTime, like I said, she didn't even put a washcloth on that kid's face. She didn't brush her hair. She was in dirty t-shirts. Like, she doesn't pay attention to her children. And then if you look at that video Nicolina put up, where there was an actual physical scuffle between
Yes.
her son and the stepfather, what kind of mother are you that your priority is to videotape it and put it on YouTube?
Exactly.
That you consider that parenting while your son is beating up your husband because he's angry at the shitty adults in his life.
Exactly.
And you're worried about putting it on YouTube? Who
She was
does
more,
that?
she was more worried about video streaming her son or videotaping her son
Yes.
than she was himself. And obviously, he was gruesome at that moment because he was very, very upset.
He was,
And
and she was trying to take his phone. And that is not how you deal with a child that's angry that you're having problems with. And you should not be putting it on YouTube. That's disgusting.
It's very disgusting.
So when there were things that her and I were friends, and I just couldn't co-sign how shitty she was, oh boy, she came after me. She
Right.
like had creators take wrenches away, and then she'd block me, and then say all this shit.
I didn't mean to do here.
Huh?
I think
No,
it
it wasn't on your channel.
No, she tried to get me to block you over here when you first
She's-
came over here.
She tries to get me blocked everywhere.
Yeah,
But she
I
didn't
think
tell me she was afraid of Nicolina because she knew Nicolina would have no problem going to her house and kicking her ass. I mean, that's just the way it is.
well, she said that Nicolina was abusing her and she was after her.
Nicolina didn't do shit to her. At least
No,
during the
I'm with-
time I was talking to her, Nicolina was nowhere near her. She was the one goading Nicolina, not the other way around.
You know, and like, why are you're so afraid of somebody, but yeah, you're gonna sit there and hate them on? That makes sense. So
Yeah,
much
she
sense.
was taunting her, like almost, begging her, come get me.
Yeah, Charlotte Dolly at least did come to their house, I do believe, because Lips was on the phone with them, or the son was trying to call them. Something happened. Yeah, they did show up, and I think that's why she has a CPS case, because the whole thing handled, and the baby having sores on her back. And can somebody tell me what the CPS case
CPS case is still wide open. It's not closed by no means. And if CPS sees that video of the scuffle between the son and the stepfather, which they need to see it, they would take your kids. But your priorities are so effed up. If you're worried about YouTube, I'd be worried about my child and their mental health well-being and their physical well-being. I wouldn't be interested in, and then she lied on the video and said the son was hurting her. How could he be hurting her when he's battling the stepfather?
Yeah, he was on the floor, and all of a sudden you hear her scream, "Ow, ow, you just hit me, you hurt me, you hurt me."
She was lying. She was lying so that the police and CPS, if they saw it, that she could say the son was hurting her and it was self-defense. But that was not the case.
Absolutely not. She's disgusting and vile. I mean, look what her little baby, her 2-year-old baby, said in that playpen, and she was more worried about YouTube and what was going on with YouTube than taking care of her child who was creating sores on her back from walking back and forth so much.
And that little girl, Cora, is so sweet, Mama T. Oh my God, she's such a sweet little girl.
I talked to her when I talked to Casey on the phone. Like, she would be yelling, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's okay, baby." And as soon as you say something to her, she would stop. She
Well,
just
she
one
can't keep her in the crib anymore because Cora climbs out now.
Well, good.
I know.
She made a yes claim against me a couple of weeks ago. They knew it was false, so she didn't. What the fuck for, Rosie?
Rosie, Sarah, and I know just recently she went after Steffers, and Steffers was close with her. As a matter of fact, she came between me and Steffers. But
She
me and
also
Steffers were cool now.
Butterfly Lulu. She went after the blue butterfly Lulu.
Oh, don't go after my Lulu. I love Lulu. Do not go after Lulu. And Rosie. I mean, I love Lulu. I love Rosie. Like, what is her? I'm sorry, I have allergies. I don't know what's going on. Why is she so hell bent on getting us all?
I think Casey has some unchecked mental illness.
I think she's bipolar for sure.
She said my oldest son was beating my younger ones, and I was letting it happen. Good Lord, Rosie, really?
Oh my God. What happened with that? Like, did anybody come out? Was there a
Rosie-
report? Like, I would like to know what's happening with what she's doing with these people, and if they can get her for false reports. Put her ass in jail.
Well, the judge basically told her, even though the judge said it sounds like Nicolina is the problem, she was telling Casey, no, Nicolina's not the problem. I mean, you're the problem. You need to stop.
She even said in court, she was so nervous, she couldn't control herself. She didn't know what to say, because I was trying to give her some pointers on, you need to shut up when you're in front of the judge.
Right.
I said what you did was everything you're not supposed to do in front of a judge. And I was trying to tell her what she needed to do, but
Yeah, she was very violent with Bird, too. Bird was close friends with her because they don't live far apart. And Bird, as far from what I understand, they don't. Could be
oh,
wrong.
really? I didn't know about that.
Oh, I got something back here. Oh, there's my Bird. Bird. Hello, Bird.
Hello.
Hi, Bird.
Hello, Robin. Hi, Robin. Hi, Mama T.
I
Sorry.
never heard your story. What happened?
Okay, hold on a minute, Robin. Hold on, Bird. Just a second. Come on, Brody. This is Nicolina. You're out there. You can come up too. And then you're welcome to come up and face us all if you like. But you're chicken. You can do that.
Yeah, she won't. I don't like confrontation. I just like talk shit about people and then run.
I know that's the yet I'm gonna get on here and start a bunch of
Yeah. I just like to start shitting and I like to lay in the back and act like the victim.
Yeah, hit and run.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you
A
can.
drive-by.
Yeah, right. Right. I'm not moving. A drive-by bash, you know?
Okay, Bird. Tell us Bird story was left.
Well, I was born with shabby shoes. Oh no. Well, I was originally with, Izzy and all them. Izzy, Nick, wherever, who, Cowherd. I was originally with them. One day at Craftings, somebody was in there, and Lips had already come at me saying, people was attacking her all the time and treating her like shit and all this, and I was a mod in her chat. She had made me a mod in her chat, and I was in Craftings one day watching Crafting, and I seen Chris, the one with the little Italian flag, and her and Lips had it out one day during a live, and Chris was in there talking shit about her, and I jumped at Chris about talking shit about her and said, you need to just, that's not true, and then Lips popped in the chat, and Crafting immediately said, Lips, don't come in here stirring shit, and I said, hold up, Lips didn't stir no shit, it was Chris that started shit, why is she in here talking about Lips when that's not even what the hell you're talking about, and Lips said something else, and Crafting said, Lips, I'm going to block you. I said, Crafting, you block her, I'm gone too. And she blocked her. I said, see ya. Well, then I was becoming loyal to Lips because I knew that Nicolina didn't care for her and that she didn't get along very well. Well, time passed, and I thought, well, I started seeing that it was kind of a one-sided thing, with having me watch chats, screenshots. She wanted me to do recordings, clips, and all this shit of other people's chats. And I was like, damn, man, I just, okay. So I tried, and apparently some of the things that I did wasn't good enough, like emailing her, because I'm not real technically inclined, so I wasn't grouping the things together and sending in one email. I would send her like, I imagine she was getting blown up with bam, 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 every screenshot, and I'd send it to her through email. Well, she jumped my ass about that. And then one night Mama T had a panel, and they were talking about Ernie, and she had told me to watch Mama T's channel, keep an eye on them over there at Mama T's, and she's been using my StreamYard, and I'm about fed up with it, and all this, and so I popped in Mama T's chat that night, and said something about not liking Ernie, and Mama T said, why don't you like Ernie? And I said, I just don't. And the reason why I didn't like Ernie in the beginning is because he had come up on Mama T's up on Lips' panel, and they had gotten into it, and he threatened to call CPS on her. And 2 days later, CPS was at her house. And from then on, I was like, no, that's bullshit, because that doesn't just affect you, Lips, that affects your children, and it really pissed me off. So I was like, okay, I'm gunning for his. I'm still going to gun for his ass too. Well, then so I go up on Mama T's panel that night, and I start giving them the reasons why I don't like Ernie, and things got a little hostile, so to speak. And well, they didn't buy my story. I don't know how I was going to put it, but I got kicked off panel. Well, the whole time I was on panel, and I think it was Sarah, It's Me, Chaotic Beauty, and Mama T. And I was like, oh, huh?
And Lips.
Lips never got on panel. She was in the chat talking about her recent back surgery. And after Mama T kicked me, I'm mad as hell because me and Chaotic was, I was like, I called her a stank, and I was mad when she was mad. And yeah, it was getting like, I'm ready to go find this woman, and I'm going to granny fight, So,
A granny fight.
so, because I do tend to forget how old I am, and I'm like, woman, what do you think? I don't even know who this chick is.
I'm down with you, Bird. I'm down with you.
But they get me fired up, and it's like, it's on, bitch, I'm ready to roll, So
We'll have a granny gang.
yeah. Yeah, granny angels. Well, so Mama T kicked me. Well, that even made me more pissed because I was like, I didn't get out everything I wanted to say. So I come in the house, and I set my phone down, and I was outside like kick and gravel, and I come back in the house, and I got a message from Lips, and she said, are you okay? And I said, hell no, I ain't okay. I'm mad as fuck. I'm ready to go with some damn ass. I'm mad as hell. I can't. She said, just go to bed. I said, I can't go to bed right now. I'm too wound up. I'm ready to damn run a marathon or something. I've got all this adrenaline pumping. I got to release this energy. And I said, where the hell were you at? I said, here I am up there. How many people was up there on that panel that I'm up there arguing with? And you're down in the damn chat talking about your freaking back surgery. She said, I said I stand with you when you said you stood alone. Because that was the first thing that a lot of them said was, well, we think you're just with Nicolina and you believe it. But no, I stand alone. It had nothing to do with that. And she says, just go to bed. You'll feel better tomorrow, maybe. And I said, no, I'm not going to bed. I'm mad. I went back up on that panel. And she said, and I said, you really pissed me off all the times I fought for you. I took on circle jerks. I took on crafting, all this shit. And where were you? And she said, just go to bed. And I hope you don't wake up. Yeah. I said, oh, really, bitch? Really? Why don't you just tell me how you really feel? And we proceeded to battle back and forth. I said, you know what? You need to drop YouTube because it just ain't for you, bitch. I said, you want to come at people and be crass with people, and then you want to cry the victim. Well, you ain't a victim, bitch, and take care of your kids and quit screaming at them. And she just said, well, at least I've got kids. You don't have any of yours, and started throwing shit like that because my daughter and I are estranged. And
mothers and daughters, we know.
Well, and she was going to see, the deal was she was going to contact my daughter for me, and then I said, well, I'll contact, because she's got an older daughter as well.
Yes.
That she has no contact with. And I said, they're wasting time, and time is precious right now. And she said, well, give me your daughter's number. So I gave her my daughter's number.
No.
And then, oh, yeah. And I said, okay. And matter of fact, I don't even know what her daughter's name is. I'm not for sure. But I had heard her several times screaming at River and just screaming, everything, screaming. And I kept saying, quit screaming at them. They'll learn to block you out. And she's like, don't try to tell me how to raise my kids. And I'm like, fine, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, right.
So I just, but I gave her my daughter's number and I said, okay, well, what's your daughter's name? Well, I don't think it's going to do any good for you to contact my daughter anyway. And I'm like, oh shit. But I trusted her. I didn't think,
No, I know. She makes you feel like she's the victim and she's so trustworthy. Yeah. Like everybody's against her unfairly.
Yes. So she, I think she seen me in Nicolina's chat not long after that, because I was trying to, get back accustomed to, because I said some foul things about Nicolina too, defending her, because I thought Lips was the victim. But then the more I got to watching Nicolina, I'm like, oh no, she's justified, because she's justified in why she's saying the things she does, and it's Lips, it's the problem. But she saw me over in the chat, and she shoots me a text and says, see there, bitch, you're right there where you belong, and blah, blah, blah. Well, then I think it was the next day she did a live, and she told everybody in the chat that I was no longer a mod there, and that I had a filthy ass house, and that I'd lost all my children, that I had an addiction to Adderall and was a drunk.
Oh, wow.
And I jumped in the chat and said, why in the hell are you saying this shit to me? You are lying. We have been on one FaceTime call. How in the hell could you tell what my house looked like? And compared to yours, mine's a mansion. So what in the hell? Let me on panel. Well, they kept timing me out. I said, let me up there to defend myself. And she had me blocked. Kicks actually blocked me. And then she messaged me and said, oh, see, you're right back there where you belong. You're right back there where you belong. And I said, bitch, that's where I came from. You stupid cunt. I mean, so shut the fuck up. And it just, she said,
I love you, Barry.
Then the next morning I woke up to, I contacted your daughter.
God.
And I told her about you being a damn drunk and your addiction, and we're contacting places to have you institutionalized. And I said, well, hot fucking damn, I need a damn vacation. When should I be ready to go?
Oh, wow.
And after that, I didn't hear much from her. But she continued to send me a couple more texts, and
I'm just ignored her. Didn't mean to cut you off. But yes, she did. She actually called me right before her and I had a falling out. She actually called me and told me that Bird needed to be institutionalized because she was crazy and he was on drugs so heavy and so heavy she felt like she was going to kill herself. True story.
I ain't gonna lie. Being separated from my daughter and my granddaughter, yes, it was very depressing.
And she loves to pour salt in your wounds.
She damn sure did too. She damn sure did, but it's been almost 2 years now, and I've reached out to my daughter a few times, and I get nothing back. And so now I'm like, did she really call her and tell her that shit? Like, I just messaged her today to let her know that they found out the other day that my mom has an enlarged heart valve. And she also has some blockage. Thinking that this is her grandmother, she might want to know, and I haven't heard anything. Reached out to her about having my dog put to sleep, and because she used to be her dog, and nothing.
Don't give up hope, though, because I had the same issue with one of my daughters, and now we're as close as could be. I mean, her whole life, her and I had issues, and she kept my grandson from me and all this nonsense. And, I mean, a lot went on, and you would think that your daughter would call in certain instances, and mine didn't either, which breaks your heart. But, it's mothers and daughters have strained relationships, and sometimes a little space helps because she needs to grow a little. So don't give up hope, and I'm going to pray for you.
Right, give up hope. Let me tell you what happened with Lips and I. Okay, so this is what happened. The StreamYard thing, Bird, I don't know if I ever actually told you what happened with that. I told Lips that I was almost out of my StreamYard, okay, my free StreamYard, because you get 20 hours free. So when I told her that, she's like, oh, you can use my StreamYard. She offered it. Are you okay, Bird? Bird, darling, are you okay?
Oh, man, I hope Lips didn't trigger her.
Bird.
Hold on just a minute. I'm speaking to my neighbor. Just a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell anyone. So she offered for me to use her StreamYard. Offered. And said you can use as much as you want at first. And then because I was, because I went live, and at that time me and Sarah were up on panel, and I think it was the Quentin Simon case we were covering. We had a 5.5 hour, 6 hour live. Do you remember that, Sarah? So she told me, oh, okay, so just don't go over 25 hours or whatever. I said, all right. And then all of a sudden she started telling people that I hijacked her fucking StreamYard. And then I was just using her. That's one instance.
I didn't understand how she controlled your StreamYard, but you were using hers. Okay, now that makes sense.
Right. I know you do, brainworms. I know you do. And then there was an instance that I was up on panel and I needed $50 or something. I don't remember what it was. And I never asked for it at all, ever. And, we were trying to raise money for that. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think I needed groceries or something at that moment. It was during the time that I had COVID. And, that I had the C word. We're not supposed to say that word on here. It's bad juju. And Lips goes, well, don't worry about it, Mama T. I will get it for you. So I said, okay. So we dropped the subject. Well, when she didn't send it that day. And so then she said, I just need to talk to my husband and everything, will be okay. Well, she is a completely fake person, Holly Dolly. When I messaged her the next morning about it, she was like, oh, my husband said no, because we have to pay $150 to fix the car or something. It was some bullshit story. I knew it was. So then she went and told Jimbo and them that I asked her for that money. That's bullshit. I have it on my live and in messages that she offered that money. I didn't ask her for it. The only thing I ever asked her for was $8 one time. One time. That's it. But in between all that, Liz and I had become very close. And we had a common goal of fighting Nicolina at that time. Yeah, Holly Dolly, yeah. So she went and told everybody that I borrowed this money or I asked her for it. I never asked her for it. I offered that damn money. On my channel that day. Still have the video. Then, we were fighting against Nicolina together. And then when Nicolina and I did the merge, when we were trying to meet for everybody, what happened about it? I said, well, let me just interview her. Let me, get an interview with her and let's see where it goes. She got so mad at me. She outed all about Nicolina. Remember that? Do you remember that? I was like 90%. That's years old. Why are you doing that?
I know
You
she's
broke up.
trouble.
I didn't hear what you said.
So she told me, I can't believe you turned against me. I said, Liz, I didn't turn on you. You fucking turned on me, you idiot. First of all.
Who were you interviewing? I don't know. You're cutting it in and out.
Yeah, she is. She said she was going to interview Nicolina.
Oh, okay.
Because the merge was
Right.
and then when the merge happened,
I got
she
merged
stirred
out.
up.
Nicolina merged me right out.
Well, Vince was in the chat and she would do it at Ernie's too. Just randomly block people that she didn't like, and it was like what, Yeah, she liked to ruffle the feathers.
Yeah, but the things that she did to Mama T, I think were the worst.
Yeah. When she started talking shit about my granddaughter.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's way below the belt. That's just
that's just downright cruel. And she did it with my daughter with cancer. She goes straight for your children.
Oh yeah, and she's done it to other people too that I'm close to that were with her that left her over them saying, hey, you need to take a break, or hey, you need to back off. This is becoming like an obsession with you, and you need to stop it. And she'll turn on them, and then they're the one thing that'll hurt them the most. She uses that against them. And a couple of these girls are.
Do you know what my horrible thing was? I was in somebody's chat she didn't like, and then all of a sudden, bam, war was declared on me because I told her I can do whatever the hell I want.
Like she be paying your bills and she can tell you what to do.
You remember this, Melissa? She used to come up on my channel and try to take over all the time. Like she would scream
every time.
So one time I had to tell her, you need to stop that, Liz. You just need to stop that. You need to stop that.
And there was a time on Sarah. She was up on Sarah's panel with Chaotic, and I was in the chat, and all of a sudden she started to say, see, what Bird's doing is taking her situation with her daughter and lying and saying it's my situation. I'm like, what in the hell is she talking about? No, that's not true at all. And then, of course, I get the drunk bird and all that bullshit. And I was like, all right, enough. So I went up on panel. But man, every time I try to speak, she would try to speak over me, like to shut me the hell up. Like, oh, I don't want her to say something. And I'm like, no, you need to shut the hell up because that's not true. And I've never even mentioned your daughter. I've never even.
Listen, when even Jim Terry says you're trash, look out.
Well, Rabbit, I think Rabbit is the one that nailed her that one time when Rabbit said, you know what, Lips? You put me in the mind of a damn dumpster behind a Sitco.
I love Rabbit. I swear. I love
I would roll on the floor laughing and thought, damn, she's got her number.
Rabbit's like me. She will tell you the way it is. And that's
it. The day that I kicked Lips out of my chat, she came in and she was the first one to comment on the live stream. It was about rap. She said some bullshit about rap. Hi, Mac. It's okay. She said some bullshit about rap, and Rap was telling me about it, and she was calling him a liar. Well, I'd already seen the message. So I tried to defuse the situation, and she kept messaging me, really, you're gonna let him talk to me like that? You're gonna let him call me outside my name, and all this other shit. And I just told her, Lips, stop. You started it. Stop. And then the next thing I know, she's fucking blowing my phone up while I'm live. You can hear her all of it, every bit of it. Blowing up my phone, throwing a damn thing. About you like Nicolina and Rap in there, now they're gonna ruin your channel, and blah, 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 blah. And you know how she is. She just puts out for nothing.
she went at you hard. She really did.
Enough. You're acting like a fucking kid. Stop it.
And just recently, she tried following me on Twitter.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, it's like a week or so ago. I go into Twitter because that's where I get the information about my niece's softball team. And I see that and I'm like, what the? Sam Joy has followed you. I was like, no, the hell, she ain't following me either.
She's disgusting.
Anywhere near me. So I blocked her ass.
I don't
what
like
the
to
hell
call a
you
woman
follow me
disgusting,
for?
but she's disgusting.
And that little baby that she has is such a beautiful little girl.
She is. Oh, my God. She's such a sweetheart. And she loves Lips. Like, she goes on her back and hugs her and kisses her. Meanwhile, her dirty, sticky hair is stuck to her face. Like that, it kills me. Wash your child. I can't deal with none of that shit.
Well, that day she was laying there on that floor. I thought, oh my Lord. And then on lives, I would hear her tell the dogs to quit licking because, she'd give the baby some snacks or whatever. Well, babies, they leave it all over their face too. Then I would hear her on a live say, quit licking her face. And I'm like, oh, wow, that dog just probably got done licking its ass and now it's licking the baby's face. But she would set that baby in front of a cartoon or something and she would do her lives. And a lot of her lives, like with the Jeffy, I was in the chat that night and I was like, oh my God, Lips, you just did not do that. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, that was creepy.
When she'd scream at her son, get your sister, take care of your fucking sister. I was like, what? So the day that everything blew up that day, the reason I screamed like I did was because I got tired of her back and forth. And Rap was really not really saying anything except for telling, he was speaking the truth. I hate to say it, but he was speaking the truth in the chat that day about her. He was saying that she started it. And she absolutely did came in with some message. It was a lie. And supposedly that.
But she's
And
brought on a lot of her own criticism. You know, I mean, she's brought it on. Her own actions has brought on the
absolutely.
definite criticism.
Yep.
Oh,
You know,
Ash
I
is
mean,
Ash goes live in 18 minutes.
but
15 minutes.
you know, like the night she was doing Jim Terry, Jim Terry was on her channel, and they were doing Queen Bee, and I guess Benny said something to her about her falling asleep or something, and she even told Jim Terry, well, I gotta go, and he said, oh, you need to go breastfeed. And he flop him out. She said, yeah, I need to go breastfeed. But then turned around and commented back to Benny that she was on trazodone, and I know she's on Suboxone, and I'm thinking, and you just said on that live you were going to be breastfeeding?
What?
That baby shouldn't be getting none of that.
Absolutely not.
None of that. And then she's constantly vaping, and it's weed that she does, you know, and she was obliterated that night. I mean, she was like glazed like a donut.
I don't know how the husband puts up with it all.
Oh,
just
she's screaming
it
him too.
escapes me.
I used to
Well, do
holler
you
at him and said,
guys had her surgery? Do you guys remember when she had her surgery?
Yes.
well,
You remember she had her surgery? Well, she was telling me that you know, the boxing. She was telling me she would call me. She called me in the middle of the night crying, saying that she hurt so bad. Which, okay, I get it. You just had back surgery, so I'm sure you hurt. And she was just, you know, screaming in pain. And I said, well, Lips, call your doctor if you're hurting that bad. Well, they gave me something extra to take. The Suboxone is blocking it.
so stop the Suboxone.
4. I think she was lying because she wanted to go to the hospital and get extra drugs, people.
Yeah, she wanted the IV. She wanted morphine.
She wanted something stronger than what they gave her. I think they gave her Norco. She said, that. You should remember, Sarah. You should remember too, Amber. You were both here in this chat when she was on my panel that night about it. Absolutely. You were both here.
Yeah. That little baby, I loved getting on the phone and doing little voices for the baby and making her belly
Right?
laugh.
That little
That would
girl
just-
has such a
that would just-
personality.
That would just warm me up. I was like,
Yeah.
I love doing that, you know.
Same here.
And but
we were live and she would tell all that stuff. She said,
Yeah.
she said, Mama T, I need drugs.
Wow.
I think she needs a frontal lobotomy. I mean,
I just smacked my old man in the face with my bag. That was not okay. I'm sorry. Are you all right?
damn. I'm telling you, it's a Michael Kors. Feel privileged. Just
Poor
how I
Butch.
say it's an MK, but so feel privileged.
It's
You
an
just been smacked by
accident.
You just been smacked by some class.
Oh, that's too funny, Mama T. Poor Butch.
But yeah, she accused me of being addicted to Adderall, hooked on Adderall. I'm like, you stupid bitch. Oh, and she even threatened once to call my doctor.
No, she just
like-
solely went after my daughter. My daughter was the target. Because at the time, my daughter had cancer. And that's what because I would talk to her and tell her how devastating it is to watch your child fight such a thing. And my daughter needed blood transfusions and our blood matches. So I was giving her the blood transfusions. And instead of being a friend and being cool about it, like you kind of, without saying it all the way, like you were glad my daughter's suffering.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like yeah.
How do you
She
do
just-
that? My daughter's fighting for her life, and
Well,
you're
she
gonna come
claims-
at me with her?
She claims she's an empath, and I was like, bitch.
No, I'm a true empath. Mama T is
I
a
am
true
an-
empath.
I'm
Bird,
an empath.
you
and
are a true empath.
I know that night on Mama T's panel, I said that, and everybody's like, "You ain't no damn imbalanced, you didn't."
Yes, you are.
But no, I'm a very passionate person and sensitive, and you know,
No,
when you
your
put your heart out,
intuition is usually spot on.
whew, I
Except
just,
for Lips, but Lips got by me too.
yeah. Oh,
Because we're
she
empaths.
plays a good game. She plays a good game. Like that morning, her out there twerking at her neighbor and shit.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
god,
what?
my
And
god.
I thought you had back pain. What the hell are you doing twerking?
Oh my
I,
god.
I'm like, what the? This dude, you're not handling this very well.
And I got
But
news
she
for
is,
you. The only reason why the judge said that Nicolina was the problem was to get Lips to just shut up about Nicolina. Because Lips wouldn't shut up. She just
no, she
rambled
used it
on in
again.
front of the judge.
She was, who acts like that in a court of law? She was
Lips.
burping I mean, my husband, and
Thank
what
you.
the
I
hell's
love
he know? He's at work every day, and I just,
all right.
God.
To say
Well,
this,
the
but
judge just said that she was the problem, just to kind of try and shut Lips up a little bit, to be like, okay, I'm on your side. This woman's causing you a little trouble. But the judge did not mean fully the way Lips says. Oh, even the judge said Nicolina's the problem.
Yeah,
No, the
yeah,
judge was placating you, asshole.
yeah. And she was so rude. And that judge, she acted like
That judge
she was
had all
pretty
the patience
familiar,
in the world, my God.
and she was familiar with her. You could tell it
Well,
wasn't the
because she
first time.
used to be her attorney. She used to represent Lips at one point.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes. She a few years back before she was a judge was Lips's attorney.
Yeah.
uh,
She's
Lips, let me tell you something, bitch. If you're too chicken shit to come on this panel with me, stay the fuck out of my chat. Stay the fuck out of my chat.
staying straight. Scoot. Just scoot on out of here.
She has me blocked.
The better mother you will ever be. Bitch.
I mean, I commend Nicolina. She live in the same state and ain't made the trip up there to whip her ass
Oh
yet.
my God, I know. Like how she's a
I
better
mean, I'm
woman
like,
than me. She's a
damn right.
much better woman than me. I'd be in my car going,
Damn.
I'll be back.
I know that's right. Other than like, how far is it? Hey, it's worth
Looking
it,
like a
you know.
Medea movie with all the cops behind me chasing me.
I mean, I just like to backhand her in the forehead or something, you know. Just
Yeah, if I
wake up,
lived like 40
bitch.
minutes from her, she'd be done. She'd
Oh,
she'd be toast.
amen.
Oh,
Amen.
that's who she needs to get next is 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 ATI Toast. I think that's the only person on YouTube she hasn't gone after yet. Cause
Uh,
what's the list,
I
Mama
think she's
T?
gonna work on it because she was in her chat the other day coaxing ATIL
No.
to
No,
do
no,
this. When
no. Are you serious?
yes, I am. She was coaxing on her with
Oh
that
my
HPO against
God.
Nicolina, and
I
then I
told
watched
you
Toast.
she's the only one left. Oh my God.
And then I heard her today. She's like, no, if you want Ernie to go down, y'all gonna have to do it. That's what I heard Toast saying today. If you,
ATIL, stay away from her, please. I beg you.
hey, I've
I
already
beg
modded
you.
over there.
Oh my
I was a
God.
mod in there and left. Yes, I was a mod in there and I left because
Ladies, ask So we're gonna have to pick this live up either later this evening or tomorrow.
Huh?
Probably tomorrow. I'll go
I
live
can't
tomorrow.
hear you. You're all
You're
broken
breaking
up.
up. Yeah, you're breaking up really bad, Monty.
Is it better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
You're broken
Yeah,
up.
kind of. Well, yeah, I'm echoey.
Hold on a minute.
Just mute your pussy. Oh,
Wah,
You
wah,
mute
wah.
your. All right. Can you guys hear
I
me
wish I
better
could
now?
mute my pussy. What's that?
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ash is live
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
and for 3 hours now. So I'm gonna end the live, and tomorrow morning or whenever I go live tomorrow, we'll come up and we'll pick up the conversation about Lips, and we'll do all the jokes and everything we need. Maybe Nick will come up, and maybe Lips will get the balls to come up with us.
I'm glad I
Probably not.
got to be on panel with Bird.
Oh, I am too. You. I've been in chats with you several times and thought, wow. And then I've heard you on panel. You and Kel was together, boy. I was like, woo, dog, listen to them two.
Oh my
Kel was a
God.
hoot, especially up against old Constance Sue. I was like, woo, get her, girl.
You know it. We're a lot alike, you know it. But I'll see you
Yeah.
guys over at Ashes.
Right
All
now.
right, then.
Much love,
Prayers,
much
peace, and
respect.
love, everybody.
Bird, 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 bird,
What?
bird. My bird is bird.
Bird,
Hey,
bird, bird, and the bird is a word.
bird,
That
bird, bird,
I have
bird.
that song stuck in my head for months.
I love you, bird.
Sorry.
I love you.
Talk to y'all later.
I said I love
Prayers,
you,
peace, and
bird.
love. Love you too, Mama T.
See you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Good night. Much love, much respect, and God bless everybody. See you soon.